Hello everyone, I am here to answer some of your braces questions and I'm just going to jump right in, okay? Alright, so for everyone wanting to know, yes, I am an adult. I am 36 years old. I was 35 years old when I got braces. And did they hurt? Yes, they did. They hurt very, very much because getting braces as an adult, it's like, especially if you've never experienced it before, if you've never experienced the pain of having braces, like this isn't your second time getting braces, like you had braces as a child and now you're just kind of getting braces to kind of fix some things that may have happened over the years. If it's your first time getting braces, yes, you will feel pain, and it will probably be like no pain you've ever felt before. And that's just me being honest. I'm not trying to scare you at all, because I am definitely glad that I got braces, and I would certainly encourage any adult out there considering getting braces to just jump right in and get braces. So that being said, the reason that I got braces, I'll say it that way, I was not a good candidate for Invisalign. So many people have asked me that question, like, why didn't you just get Invisalign? If I could have, I would have. But I am not a good candidate for Invisalign because I had two major problems, and that is overbite and overjet. So overbite is when your top teeth come out like further than your bottom teeth, and overjet is when your teeth stick out, they protrude out from your mouth. So I had both those issues, so therefore I was not a good candidate for Invisalign. How long will my treatment be? My treatment is supposed to be 27 months. So how true that is, I don't know, but that's what they said, 27 months. So for me, I got my braces in September. That was another question. I got my braces in September of last year. So, well, I got the bottoms. That's what I got first. I got the bottoms in September, and then I got the tops in October. It was about 2 weeks apart, like not much of a significant difference. But so September, October, and that would put me getting my braces off in December of next year. So in Jesus' name, I will have my braces off by Christmas of 2020. That would be great. Let's see what else. How much did they cost? Okay, so I went to 4 different consultations and 4 vastly different prices. I actually ended up going with the most expensive pricing, and the reason behind that was because I felt like this particular doctor had a plan that I could get on board with, and I felt like his plan was very well thought out and very well organized and laid out, and that's what meant most to me. Like someone who had a plan and could tell me in detail what this was going to do and that was going to do and how long it was going to take, and taking actual measurements of my teeth and all that good stuff. So that is why I went with the most expensive pricing, and let me tell you what that amount is. That amount is $6,580. Now, our insurance covered $1,750 of that, which left us with a $4,492 patient responsibility. And that is a lot, particularly compared to some of the other quotes that I got, which were significantly lower, like at least a couple grand lower than that. So, but like I said, I went with my particular orthodontist because I believe in his plan. So that brings me to my next question, dentist or orthodontist? So I chose to go with an orthodontist because I feel like an orthodontist, that is their profession, that's their specialty. A dentist, braces is not their specialty. It's a thing that they do on the side, and of course, I've had different dentists say that they can do my braces, but I didn't want to go with just a regular dentist. I wanted to go with an orthodontist because that's your specialty, and so that's just your forte, and so like you have more knowledge about that topic than other people. So my doctor is an orthodontist, and that's why I chose him. Let's see what else. I talked about that. Okay, so my treatment plan. Whew, okay, my treatment plan. Let me tell you guys about my treatment plan. So first of all, every consultation that I went to, which I went on 4, they all suggested extractions. I did not want extractions, you guys. Like, extractions to me was like, oh no, like you're gonna pull my teeth, like not my perfectly healthy teeth. Like, I did not want that. So for me, hearing extractions the first time was like clutch your pearls. Like, I did not expect that and I didn't want that. And I was just like adamantly like, no. And so I go to the next consultation, same thing, extractions. Next one, extractions. Next one, extractions. It's kind of like, oh my goodness. So I can't get this done without getting extractions. And that's pretty much, that was the consensus, is that no, you cannot get this done without getting extractions. So the extractions, it varied from orthodontist to orthodontist. Like, one orthodontist was like, oh yeah, we'll just extract 2 teeth on top. Another was like, oh, 2 teeth on the top and 1 on the bottom. Another was like, no, let's take all 4 out. Like, it varied from orthodontist to orthodontist, but they all were like, extraction is what you need. Like, if you want to get rid of the overbite and the overjet, you want your teeth looking right, you gotta have extractions. So I had to just like suck it up and accept that extractions was going to have to be my MO. So that was hard to do, I'm not gonna lie. That was probably the biggest hurdle for me, was getting past the extraction portion of the treatment. And that was like the very first thing that you had to do. And so having 4 teeth extracted, it was just kind of like, okay, well now you gotta keep the braces. You gotta be committed because now there's no going back. Now you have these big spaces in your mouth that you don't want open. You gotta get them closed. So you have to be on your game. You have to stick to your treatment plan. Like, at that point, after you have 4 teeth pulled out and you have these huge gaping holes in your mouth that you never had before, it's just kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'm all in, right? So with that said, I also had crowding on my bottom teeth, and like with that, like I had a tooth that was kind of like pushed back on this side. Yeah, this side. Sometimes it's hard to remember now that my teeth have like gotten in line. It's like, wait, which side was that on? I'm pretty sure it was this side though. And I also had a tooth on this side that was kind of like linked over. I think it was this side. Guys, now I really don't know. I feel like I got that backwards now that I'm thinking about it, but either way, I had a tooth on each side that was either pushed in or linked over, and the one that I'm saying was linked over, bent over, however you want to say it, was actually a crossbite. So you couldn't see any of the tooth on that side. Like when my back teeth were connected, when my bite was closed, you couldn't see that tooth because it was completely hidden. Like the tooth, the entire tooth was covered, my upper tooth covered it. So that cross-bitten tooth, cross-bite tooth, whatever you want to say, was actually one that my orthodontist extracted, so that problem was gone. And then on the other side, it was a different tooth. So anyone wondering, anyone who is actually counting numbers of teeth, because I know I was that person, like, okay, which teeth do you want to extract? Upper and lower 4s was the consensus, kind of. But when it came to that cross-bite tooth, instead of taking the number 4 tooth, he took the number 5 tooth, which was the one in crossbite. So another issue that I want to correct it, so that's basically what we're talking about, my treatment plan, was my midline. Now, my upper teeth are pretty much centered with my face. My lower teeth are actually shifted to the right. And so bringing that midline back to the center so that, you know, basically, you know what I'm talking about. If you're looking into getting braces, you know what a midline is. If not, you know, I'll post a picture, but you guys know what I'm talking about as far as lining up your midline to where teeth are, you know, the lines line up in the middle. So that was another thing that was very important to me. So overbite, overjet, midline, crowding, in that order of importance, I guess I would say. So those are the issues that I really wanted to see corrected as far as my teeth are concerned. I also had a tooth, one of my front two teeth seemed to be slipping almost, like it was getting lower in the gums than the tooth next to it, which I thought was really weird. I'm like, okay, like here I am 35 now, all of a sudden my tooth is slipping, weird. So I was like, well, let's fix that too, since we're fixing stuff. So yeah, so some of the treatments that I have undergone in order to fix the problems that I just mentioned. So I have rubber bands for correcting my bite. I'm sure you guys see me with those all the time. I have springs that are supposed to help with pulling my teeth back and closing those spaces. I have those on top and bottom. I have hooks for the rubber bands, of course. I have rings around my teeth for, you know, my upper teeth, and that is to hold in my headgear. You guys have seen me wear my headgear. I'm sure like probably the whole world has seen me wear my headgear by now because I'm like not shy with it. Oh, someone's coming in the front door. So holding my headgear, wearing my headgear is very, very important because my orthodontist says that if I don't wear it, basically my back teeth will slide forward and my overbite will get worse. And I'm just like, okay, well, you tell a patient something like that, they're gonna make sure that they wear their headgear all the time. So I am like a really, really, really good patient when it comes to wearing my headgear because, I mean, basically because I didn't spend $5,000 to play games and have my teeth looking jacked up or looking worse than when I first decided to get braces. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, and you know, the money is already paid. The $4,500 is gone. So yeah, I want to come out of this process with my teeth looking right. So oh, another thing that I've undergone. So my orthodontist shaved my teeth down. Didn't even ask me, didn't say anything. He just said, he starts, I hear and I smell like a almost like a burning smell, and I'm feeling and I'm hearing like a drill sound. And he says, oh yeah, we're giving you the Hollywood treatment. I'm like, you're shaving my teeth down and you didn't even say anything? Like, who does that? I'm an adult, I'm not a kid. Like, please, at least, you know, consult me, warn me, something. No, he just immediately went in on shaving my teeth, you know. Fortunately, it, you know, it doesn't look bad, but it looks different. You know, it's different. It's different than what you're used to, especially, you know, being 35. My teeth, I'm used to my teeth being a certain way. So now that you've shaved my teeth down, things look very different. They feel very different. Anyway, so shave my teeth down. Another thing, I have bite blocks. I have bite blocks on my lower teeth, and I've had them from day one. From getting my braces on, I got bite blocks put on. I was like, hey, how long am I gonna have to have these? Because my back teeth don't touch due to these bite blocks. The only teeth that touch are the ones with the bite blocks on them. So there's a bite block on a lower tooth here and a bite block on the lower tooth here. So therefore there's two teeth on each side that touch. How do you chew your food like that? I mean, you basically can't chew your food like that. So, but that's my situation. And so my orthodontist was like, oh, you know, maybe like 3, maybe 6 months. Okay, next month, just mark my words on this. Don't believe what they say, okay? Just expect everything to take longer than whatever they're telling you. So, you know, that makes me kind of sad about my 27-month treatment plan. But I have had my bite blocks from day one. Next month will make a year. So last night I was in my orthodontist office to ask questions like, hey, like, what are we doing? Like, why do I still have these bite blocks? He was like, I mean, I can take them off for you right now. We can go in the next room and take them off, but just know your teeth aren't gonna move as fast because now they're gonna be kind of locked into that position of the bite now that you're touching. And I'm just kind of like, you know, no one wants that. You want your teeth to move as quickly as possible, but I also would like to chew my food. I would like to, like, you know, swallow food that's been ground up, whatever, properly. That'd be great. And, you know, like I said, Next month, it will be a year. In a couple weeks, matter of fact, it will be a year that I've had bite blocks, and I'm just kind of like, ugh, I want this off. I want this off. Matter of fact, I'm thinking my 15-year anniversary is coming up. Like, I want bite blocks gone by then. If I could have all my spaces closed by then, that'd be great too. But, you know, at least take the bite blocks off, so when I'm going out to dinner on my anniversary, I can chew my food. That'd be great. So if push comes to shove, we could always put them back on, but let's see how it is without them, I think. But anyway, so let's see. Is there anything that I'm forgetting? I think I've gone through every treatment that I've had since the beginning. Rubber bands, wires, you know, changing of wires, getting thicker wires. Like, yes, this stuff hurts. I remember when I started wearing rubber bands, like my head, I just had an excruciating headache for the longest until my teeth like started to move and kind of get used to them. But I don't let that stop me. I wear my rubber bands, I wear my headgear. Even when it's painful, I still wear the stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, have I ever taken my headgear out because it was too painful? Yes, I have. I mean, there have been times where I can't even eat macaroni and cheese, which is soft. I can't even eat bread, like hot, fresh, baked bread. I remember we went to Spring Creek one night and it was like torture. I couldn't eat anything. Even their soft bread, I couldn't eat it because my teeth were in so much pain. Oh, I just remembered something that's very important. A question that you guys always ask me when it comes to headgear, like, why are you wearing headgear? I'm wearing headgear because I was originally going to get a TPA, and TPA stands for transpalatal appliance. And that is the thing, it's in rings and it goes across the roof of your mouth. So originally I had that in my mouth and that pushed my crazy button. Like, there's no other way for me to say it. That made me insane. Like, I was an insane person. Like, when they first put it in, I felt like, oh my God, and is this anxiety I'm feeling? Like, my heart is racing. Like, I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. Like, I can't even explain it to you. I just felt like, almost like I was going to jail, like I was being locked up or something. Like, I felt like confined. It was like a claustrophobic type experience. And I was just kind of like, oh, I instantly knew this was going to be a problem. Like, I didn't like it. I knew it was going to be a problem. Like, I couldn't even swallow. My tongue wouldn't hit the roof of my mouth because the thing was so far down, it was actually like compressing my tongue. That's how far down in my mouth it was. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. So my husband was there with me. He took me out to breakfast. It was morning time. He took me out to breakfast after my appointment, and like, I have pancakes. That's what it was. It was pancakes. So I was trying to eat a pancake, swallow like a normal person would do with their food when they're eating. And I could not get my food to go down my throat. My food was stuck in between the roof of my mouth and the TPA. It was just like wedged in there, and there was nothing I could do about it. I tried to drink. Even drinking was uncomfortable. It's just, you don't even realize how much your tongue touches the roof of your mouth until it's not able to do it anymore. And so for me, like, I for real, I feel like I had a crazy moment, like sitting there at the table, and like, he'll tell you, like, I was furious. Like, I felt like rage was coming on. I was so angry. And anyone who doesn't know about anxiety, like, anger and anxiety, like, you might as well just put those two together. But so it was very difficult for me. Like, I had to go back and have them remove it. So when they initially removed it the first time, they were like, okay, like, we'll remake it and we'll make it a little higher in the roof of your mouth, closer. Like, I was like, put it all the way up there. Just put it up against the roof of my mouth so I can swallow, so I can eat like a normal person. And my doctor was like, no, we don't want to do that because it can become, lodged in there. It can get wedged into, the tissue of your mouth, the roof of your mouth. And I was just kind of like, but I see all over the internet that, people have that in the roof of their mouth. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, I'm thinking. But he was like, no. So they remake it the second time, and I'm like, already knowing, like, you didn't put it high enough because you said you were only moving it up by, I can't even remember what it was, however many millimeters he was gonna move it up. So that's not much. I'm like, put it up there. This thing is compressing my tongue. Put it up in the roof of my mouth. No. So rebuilt it the second time. put it in my mouth. No, this is not gonna work. No, not gonna work. They even like adjusted the angle, so it was a little better the second time. I was able to swallow a little more, but no, I just knew it was not gonna work. And he was like, okay, well, our only other option is to do headgear. And I was like, headgear? I could wear headgear. Like, that's an option. I would have chosen that over the TPA anyway. Like, I don't care what people think. That doesn't bother me at all. Wearing headgear, I'm just like, okay. Like, are there times that I feel uncomfortable with it? Yes, because sometimes people stare. I'm just like, okay, like, you never heard of headgear? You never seen anybody wearing headgear before? So yeah, there are times when people like kind of go out of their way to make me feel uncomfortable wearing it. But other than that, it really doesn't bother me. I'd rather wear that. Is it an inconvenience? At times, yes, it is. But I'm a trooper and I'm in this thing to win it. So like when these spaces close, I mean, you're not even gonna know me. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna be a whole nother person once these spaces close. So I'm just like, if this is what I have to do to get my teeth, to get my smile that I've waited, you know, my whole life for, basically my whole teenage years, my whole adulthood for, then yeah, I'm gonna wear the headgear and like, I don't have a problem with it. So yeah. So I think I have touched on all of my treatment plan. I think I've answered all of your questions. My computer, of course, has, you know, timed out now. I addressed that. Oh, one last thing. My braces, are they traditional braces? No, they are the self-ligating braces. They're not Damon braces, but they are self-ligating. And so supposedly they work faster. I don't know. I've never had traditional braces, so I can't tell you, but you know, I definitely do feel my teeth moving a lot. And when I put my headgear on, guys, and this is why I'm so committed to wearing my headgear. When I put my headgear on, I can feel that my teeth, these two teeth in the front that have the space behind them, I can feel them moving. I can feel the pressure on them to move back as opposed to feeling pressure anywhere else. Those are the two teeth that hurt. When I'm wearing my headgear, I know that it's working. I know those spaces are closing. I can feel it working. So self-ligating braces, I think that is everything. Self-ligating braces, treatment plan, extractions. I think I touched on everything, guys. If I missed your question somehow, I don't know how that's possible because I literally made a list. But if I missed your question, just let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And please like, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't, my daughter's gonna have a conniption or something. She always tells me, Mommy, you never say to like, comment, and subscribe. So this is my first time actually saying it in a video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It makes Candace happy. So bye, guys. Have a good one.